Welcome to 27 Degrees, our angle on everything Google Cloud.
I'm Seth Moffit.
And I'm Aaron Brock. We're both cloud engineers at SADA, an award-winning Google Cloud partner. With this show, we want to drive your attention to the cutting edge of cloud technology and how it can positively impact your personal and business lives. Join us on our journey as we venture the US from coast to coast while deploying Google Cloud on the go.
Hello, and thanks for joining us on our first episode of 27 Degrees Google Cloud. So Aaron, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Aaron Brock. I'm a cloud engineer here at SADA. But before I was a cloud engineer, I actually started my career working as a back-end developer for a Minecraft server. We all start in fun places. After that, I moved to Tianjin, China, and worked at a self-driving bus company, where I helped streamline the company's data pipeline, enabling the machine learning engineers to have proper quality data that came in from the buses. And then I landed here at SADA, a Google Cloud partner. Here, I help support startups and enable them to leverage cloud technologies.
A little bit about me is I actually have my background in hardware, and so printers being part of that. So I've really kind of stepped away from that in the past now 5 years as I've started to adopt and help my customers adopt different types of cloud products and platforms, specifically Google Cloud. And so, a couple of years ago, was really into the hardware scene, really loved the data center, used to sell a lot of servers, networking, storage, printers. But from there, as we started to really develop the ecosystem within technology, we've got way more advanced, got way more redundant, got a lot more on the high availability side. And started doing things like virtualization, being able to set up backups, disaster recovery, business continuity solutions. So over those years, I've really built up that skill sets, and from there, took those to the cloud side. And now these days, I don't touch a hard drive, I don't touch a switch, I don't even touch a RJ45 cable anymore. Now it's all just click of a button or a quick API call, and there's my server. So that's my 9 to 5. I'm a principal cloud engineer here at SADA, helping customers such as enterprise, Fortune 500s, even down to the corporate, helping them understand and learn Google Cloud Platform so that they can deploy their mission critical workloads and scale those up, scale them down, pay for what it is that they're using and not pay for what they're not. So Aaron, adamantly, I am not a developer. So talk to me from a developer standpoint. What is it about the cloud that you love?
Okay, so I've developed lots of websites in the past. That's something that a developer does. The problem is, after you've developed your website, how do you make it so that other people can access it? The way that I used to do this was by taking an actual physical computer, setting it up in my house, installing my website on it, and port forwarding and getting all that squared away so that my friends could access it. And that was really great until your parents accidentally unplug it. And now it's gone offline. What the cloud is it lets me have a server that I can just use all of the time. So when I need to deploy my Minecraft server back in the day, I could just deploy it on Google Cloud. It's there all the time, and I have guaranteed consistency. And also, as that application scales, instead of having to buy bigger and heavier computers, I could just rent more of them. It was very straightforward and made it so that I could take what I was developing and share it with the world in a nice, seamless way. Okay, Seth. So I've never actually touched an actual server. That computer I was talking about, it was an old desktop. Tell me, as someone who has worked in the data center space, why would a data center or someone looking at buying data center type machines, why would they want to use Google's instead?
Yeah, it's a very good question. And back in the early days, I didn't know why you would want to go to the cloud. It makes a lot of sense to buy and operate and own your own hardware. But there was actually a really compelling story about, this is now 6-7 years ago. I had an opportunity with a customer where they wanted to effectively scale out to their seasonal workers. And these guys sold chocolate. They sold a lot of chocolate. Everything from basically right around Thanksgiving all the way up until Valentine's Day. So very seasonal within the way they operated. And so what they were looking for was basically a VDI solution, virtual desktop infrastructure, the ability to provision desktops for thousands of call center workers, and to give them the applications and enough resources to run telephony and these applications right when they needed it. And so we actually went in, we did proper sizing, we got all the hardware taken care of, figured out the licensing, configuration, and all the work needed to actually make that happen. And when it came time to propose our solution to them, they looked at it and went, well, this makes sense for about 6 months of the year, but what do we do with it for the other 6 months? And right there was kind of an awakening moment. It was actually a stumper. Wasn't really prepared to answer that question. And so from that point forward, I kind of had that mental kind of epiphany, if you will, of like, what would a scalable world look like? What would that kind of business model look like, to where you have the hardware when you need it and you don't use it when you don't? And that's really what kind of got me into looking into cloud options. And a couple of years later, I stumbled across SADA and Google Cloud Platform. And right when I realized the capabilities, it all came flooding back to me, and I realized this is it. This is the future. This is how things should be operating. And then from there, never really looked back. So Aaron, what was it about Google Cloud Platform that made you gravitate to this cloud versus any of the other ones out there?
That is a great question, Seth. I've actually worked with many of the clouds out there. Before I was here at SADA, I was a cloud agnostic DevOps consultant who's worked with all of the big players in the space. And when it comes to like the physical hardware type offerings, to be completely honest, they're all very competitive. If you just need a VM, any cloud service provider can get you that. But the difference that really pushes Google above its competition is when it comes to the ease of use and the tools offered specifically to developers. If you need to deploy an application, you don't have to worry about the virtual machine. You can use many of Google's managed offerings, and it gives you a cohesive experience across all of its products. So Seth, you came to SADA and Google Cloud, but why SADA and Google Cloud? I mean, I'm not naive. There are other players in this space. What makes SADA and Google Cloud the right choice for my business?
Yeah, I think for me, what really stood out about Google Cloud was really the two things. First and foremost, the networking. Google built everything with this global network in mind. Think about YouTube. Like anywhere in the world, you can be in a subway in New York and you have one bar reception, but you're still watching that YouTube video at high speed in 4K. And that's just simply because they have that ability to bring the data to where you're at. And so I loved that story. I love how simple the networking was, because that used to be one of the biggest, hardest things for me, was the IP allocation, subnetting. And so within that, not to say that that goes away, but it's just become so much more easier, and it's so much easier to build your system for a global scale and to communicate from something living on the West Coast of the United States to something over in like Southeast Asia. It's right there. They just immediately they can connect, start talking, and boom, global infrastructure. That was kind of story number one, but story number two is just the pure speed of it. The ability to get a virtual machine right then and there. Google boasts having the quickest startup times for virtual machine. So when you go back to that story of like, I want my resources and I need them now, you don't want to be sitting around waiting. You may have to build the image or start kicking off the configurations within that and getting that application ready to serve. Waiting around on the hardware is just more time waiting around. So having something that's quick, that optimized, and to your story with the developer tools to really make that lightning fast, I felt Google did it right. And in my opinion, Google still continues to do it better than anybody else.
And neither of us mentioned this, but Google Cloud is the only carbon neutral cloud provider. So that's an important thing for the world that we live in. As someone who works as a pre-sales engineer here at SADA, I have the unique experience of having seen hundreds of customers and all of the different problems that they run into, something that someone in a single company may not have the visibility to. So my goal in this series is to take some of those learnings that I myself and we as SADA have learned over the years working with all of these customers and package it up into bite-sized pieces that can empower you to make actionable decisions about how you go to the cloud. So Seth, here we are making a video. Why? Why are you here making this video with me?
Yeah, I'm hoping to talk more cloud. I've been doing this now for 5 years with SADA and with Google. And so really what I'm most excited about is being able to share the teachings that I've seen, that I've learned, my customers have learned, and even asking other Saudians things that they've learned within this crazy cloud world. And so with that, hopefully we're sharing a little bit of knowledge, helping people build things in a better way, helping people be successful. And so with that, hopefully there's 1 or 2 little snippets of information that someone out there can get. And with that, I consider that a success.
So Seth, I can't help but notice, like, where are you? What am I looking at? What's that in the background?
Well, Aaron, I'm currently in Chincoteague, Virginia, which is as far east as I can possibly go. As you know, I'm from Los Angeles, and so I've been on the move here for the past 4 months, driving across the beautiful United States, hitting up Zion National Park, Bryce, Nashville, Tennessee, even creeping down over into South Carolina and visiting a couple Saudians along the way. But yeah, as of right now, I've been living in an RV for a while and just enjoying a little bit of nature. So Aaron, that doesn't look like your home office in Tulsa. Where are you at?
It is in fact Gilbertsville, Kentucky, where I'm staying with a good friend of mine outside of Lake Kentucky. You guys can't see it, but there's a beautiful view right behind the camera, and it's wonderful. But before I was here, I've actually also been traveling around the country. But I started out in Tulsa, and then I went down to Texas, hit all the major cities, went over to Louisiana, spent some time in New Orleans, came up to Nashville. Ooh, it has been a wonderful adventure so far, and I'm excited to see where this adventure takes me. So, join us in this video series as we explore the US and also explore the offerings of Google Cloud.
So I think that just about wraps it up for us here on 27 Degrees Google Cloud. Thanks for coming to our premiere episode here. And hopefully you hit that like, subscribe button, and of course, hit the bell notification to make sure that you see future episodes of us as we explore the country, explore Google Cloud, and deploy remotely.